Alrighty, welcome back for episode 2 with On Air with Bear off another fresh win against my sorry Blues, fresh off 14 touches and of course another dub. Brought to you by Statmate. Bailey, good to be back, mate.
Yes, happy to be back. Another week,
another big win by the boys. I guess you'll be very happy. We're just having a quick chat that you don't have to play at Marvel again this year. There's no finals there. You've gone 3 from 4. The only loss was against the Tigers. How was it in there? It looked fucking cold.
Yeah, it's definitely not our deck to play at, so I'm definitely glad we don't have to play there again. I'm not a massive fan of it myself, and either is Dimmer by obvious reasons and obvious media attention that Dimmer talks about it every time. But no, we're not. We're happy that we don't have to play there again. But yeah, it was another win, another 4 points, which is good.
That's it. Like all you guys need for that run home, you just got to keep stacking those wins. So I just wanted to ask, was there any stage that it was panic station? The Blues kicked 5 in the last. You had Frankie Evans that turned into prime Surioli in that last little bit. How'd you find it? For a forward, it was more our mids that sort of were losing the contested ball, and once we got that all sorted, it was a bit of system stuff that broke down. But it was a little bit panic stations. If they kicked another, I reckon it would have been game on, that's for sure. But we're glad that it was sort of in the last quarter. We dominated the first 3. And then, they kicked a couple in the last. But if that had been in the first, probably wouldn't have been so bad. But, yeah. I feel it's the first ever game I've actually gone for both sides because we were going for you and then we're going for the Blues, but it was so quiet for the first 3 quarters. And then the Blues fans finally start to find their voice. Could you hear it out there? Because it definitely felt like it sounded like the Blues were actually had a bit of playing what was happening.
Yeah, the Blues fans get going, that's for sure. Even in past times we've played them, they're a hard crowd to play against. I guess once they get going and they start their little chants and stuff, they're pretty intimidating, that's for sure.
Now I wanted to ask. So last week on the back of you said some of the biggest chirpers you had Adam Saad. Did you shut him up after you almost broke his arm when you had that shot from 50? He was nursing that thing like a wounded duck. He was walking around. He almost looked like he needed a sling. Did he shut up after that?
Oh, he didn't really say much this week. He played on me a fair bit, but no, he didn't say much. I wish I didn't kick that one into the van on the mark. I wish I had to kick the goal, but then that would have been a little bit better. But I kicked it pretty damn hard, that's for sure.
All right, so we obviously went to tee up a celebration that we didn't get there in the end. Now, the whole reason behind it was the fact he said the older boys like Witsy hated it. Well, talk about carry on. He had his 200th. He kicked a goal. He celebrated like he's kicked his 1,000th for the year. It was very me. Did you give it back to him at the end of the game?
Nah, I got to let him celebrate his 200th game. I can't say too much to him. Sorry lads, I'll let you down a bit with the no goal and no celebration, but hopefully next week there's a couple of weeks left, but I'll get it done hopefully.
Mate, we can carry it through. So last thing I wanted to touch on for that game, it seems like ages ago, but just wanted to ask about Ben King. So he's had a career year so far. He's kicked 57 goals. I think his previous was 55 before that. He kicked 6, mark of the year. He was up there for 6.5 weeks. He was a huge mark. What's he like when he's in form? Does he demand the footy? Because he seems like a pretty quiet guy. What's he like out there playing with him?
Yeah, he's still he's a very quiet bloke. He just goes about his business and, I guess just gets it done, I guess. But yeah, at the moment he's a different beast. He's presenting and leading with a lot of confidence, and I think that's why we're kicking the ball to him so much because he's pretty hot at the moment. So he's been a different beast the last couple of weeks, and that's why he's kicking goals, and we love it when he's up and about. That's for sure.
Has he been talking about that mark of the year? Do you guys know what the prizes are? Is there a prize for goal or mark of the year?
I can't really remember if it's it used to be a car or something for goal, and then I think the mark of the year is some velocity points or something. So I'd rather win the velocity points, that's for sure. Get going on a holiday, but he's a chance.
Well, maybe we can get you up there. We'll get the bear up in the sky, try and take a hanger this week against the Giants. So do you mind if we bring a new segment called The Internet? So last week we collabed on a Sench post, and I asked you a question about Dimmer, and you said in a lot of ways we're like Richmond. Now, obviously, that was just a clipped bit, and we know that the Richmond supporters would absolutely love it. So I've got a few comments, feedback here. So we've got Aiden J. Sadler 05 says, mate, you just need to give me a spell, Bailey. Jacko Boyd 79 says, you'll never be like Richmond, you flogs. We've got Isaac19945_TX. Richmond 2017 finals team would bury the current Suns team. Full stop. Laughable. And then we've got one more. The Down Under Dad 75 said, you've got some yellow in your jerseys like Richmond, and you've got Dan Rioli not laying a tackle. Same.
Oh, wow. That's a bit harsh, that one.
Pretty stiff, the fact that Dan Rioli hasn't been playing. How is he going, by the way?
Yeah, he's good. He'll be back before finals, which will be nice. He's moving all right, and he's in good spirits, which is nice. And we need him back. We need him for our ball movement, that's for sure. But all those comments are probably fair enough. But 2017 Richmond, they're good. But the Suns we're on the right track, that's for sure. I wasn't going at it like we're fucking exact same, but those Richmond fans, they don't like that. That's for sure.
No, we obviously knew what you meant, how you just saying like the gameplay style. But as soon as you clip something up, everyone's very quick to push up that. Do you want to quickly touch on the fact that how many guys you've been able to just plug in and play, like Joel Jeffrey play on the half back line? It looks like you guys have so much more depth coming into this year than other years. Yeah,
100%. Like all the boys in like the VFL, we call it the development squad. Whoever was picked is ready to go. That's for sure. Like Jai Farah, he's been in great form the last 3-4 weeks. So he just has been waiting for his opportunity and he's taken it with both hands. And then I think Joel Jeffrey's probably been one of our biggest improvers this year, and I love watching him play and I love playing with him. And then you got the likes of Longy as well, Ben Long, who's in great form and just the ultimate teammate. And
you'd obviously know a lot more than me, but at the moment, the way you guys are playing, I can't think of anyone that would be dropped out of that side. But can you give us a look at some of the guys that have been doing really well in the back end? Like, how's Jed been going? Obviously, you got Rioli coming back. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of anyone else you guys that are coming through or that were injured.
Jed's just he's playing good. He just needs a bit of confidence. Once he gets up and going, Jed's hard to stop. He's a big lad for a 19-year-old, but he's got plenty of footy in front of him. So he's not one to worry about. He'll be back in no time. And then Dan's just in a bit of rehab at the moment. He'll be running and be back firing and ready for finals because, we need him because he's probably our most experienced finals player. So, we need him when it comes to the finals time.
It just goes to show you guys have had a pretty good bill of health and you're pretty much running with a full team, which definitely helps coming towards the back end of the year. But let's look to this week. Nice and early, 12:35. It's pretty much a breakfast game. What are your thoughts on playing this early?
I haven't played this early since I was under 16s, but no, I don't mind it. Gets the game over and done with and you get to relax after it. So hopefully another win and some good vibes.
So I just had to look at this because I always like to look at the matchups and previous history. So previously known, I guess, as the Expansion Cup as the two newest teams in the AFL. Correct me if I'm wrong if you know this. So the Giants have won 14 out of the last 15 matchups. So the last win that you guys had against them was in round 17, 2021, where you guys won by a point. Before that, obviously you weren't there for all them. The last win was round 6 in 2014. You guys have won one game over the last 10 years against them. Has that been spoken about?
Yeah, well, I didn't know that. So I knew that I hadn't beaten them in my time, but they're obviously a great outfit. So, hopefully we can change that this week. And we've never had a really good record against Carlton either. There's teams that we sort of haven't had good records against. I think we're a different team, and we're looking to change those. I guess those past things that haunt us, I guess. But we're a different outfit, and ready to go to change that for sure.
Has there been any big things you guys have focused on this week, whether it's stuff you're doubling down on, you're doing really well, or there's a few things maybe from last game that you're like, all right, let's really focus on these? Has there been anything that's been thrown up this week?
Like our 80, we have like an 80-20 rule. So it's like our 80% is really good. On the weekend, our 20%, just some system stuff that sort of failed and, let us down a bit and allowed Carlton to come back into the game. I think we can't focus too heavily on the 20% because when we're playing well, our footy's up with the best, as we've beaten Collingwood and Brisbane and stuff. And we try not to focus on the 20, but obviously you need to sort of tweak some things in scenarios of game time and stuff like that. But our 80 is really good. So we just sort of hone in on that and make sure we reassure each other that our best footy is up there with the best.
Yeah. Now, thanks to StatMate, we can go through, we can check the stats for the Suns and also the opposition. So one that had jumped out and it said a player that's done really well against you guys over his last 5 is the Giants skipper Dobe Green. So it's telling us he's averaging 16 disposals and 3 goals over his last 5 games. Is there anyone that's most likely to get the job on the skipper, or is it more like a team effort, as in like whoever's near him, you just try and put something, or has anyone put their hand up and said, yep, I'd love to take him this week?
That's probably like more for the back end, but we don't. Yeah, I guess that I'm not a backman, so I don't have to match up on anyone. But yeah, I can't really remember who's played on him in the past, but I think it would be sort of a team effort. Wherever he depends on the ground where he plays. If he plays deeper, up higher. But yeah, I think it'll be more like a team thing, and we sort of get it done as a group. But yeah, he's a good player, so someone we definitely need to watch out for.
If with you, because they run so much off their half back line, like whether it's Ash or Whitfield or something, I guess for your role, whether you're a half forward, do you get told to, I guess, try and press with them as much as they can when they have the ball? Because it's obviously they talk about that orange tsunami and come back. Or are you mainly trying to get back the other way and you want to try and take them deep into the square as much as possible? I guess on the defensive side, how much are you trying to be aware of them as opposed to making them aware of you?
Oh, it's a hard one because if I go deeper, those high half forwards probably aren't likely to come with you. So you definitely got to run with them. But the likes of those two, they just run all day. So it's a tough one as a high half forward. It's like you can either get the lick of the ice cream and going the other way, or you're sort of chasing ass all day. But yeah, hopefully our system sort of holds us in good stead there because we can't allow them to run because as you said, the tsunami that when that gets going, it's hard to stop. So yeah, you sort of got to try and challenge them the other way and sort of make them hesitate whether they should run off or not. But it's definitely hard. They've got a good back six, so if you go deeper, they sort of just hand over and let it happen. But for me, I just you got to try and chase ass as much as possible, but then try and get back going forward and try and challenge them the other way.
Yeah, perfect. Now, do you mind if we do an old segment powered by StatMate? It's another game of Who Am I?
Yeah.
Ready for this one?
Yeah.
So I got you last week. So I averaged 5.4 tackles a game at home this year. I've kicked 3 goals in my last 2 games against the Giants. And I've kicked 9 goals in my last 4 games at home. Who am I?
I've kicked 4 goals at home in the last what?
I've kicked 9 goals in my last 4 games at home.
Ben Long.
No, it's actually you.
Oh, there you go. I'm actually happy with that.
So it's telling me that your season average tackles is roughly about 3 a game, but at home it's 5.4. The Bear loves it at home. He loves it in his own cave. So is this telling me that you're just going to be out there and just be an absolute animal out there on Saturday Arvo?
Yeah, fuck. I'll have to try my best, but I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. That's not bad.
No, it's cool. I knew that you wouldn't get it. So I just want to have a look at, do you know, so roughly with your splits, what would you rather prefer? So the last 2 weeks, you've only been to about 7 centre bounce attendances, and your last 3 before that, you had 16, 19, and 18. Are you aware of that? Like how much midfield time?
A little bit, but I'm not too stressed. It sort of just depends on where I'm feeling good. The coaches give me a bit of freedom of like if I'm feeling good forward, they sort of let me stay forward. But I need a bit of the ball and need a bit of confidence. They let me have the ability to go in the midfield and get that done. So the last couple of weeks I've sort of felt pretty good forward, and on the weekend I didn't feel great either way. But and then it also depends how our mids are going. Like if Rowley and Noz and Took and all that are up and running and we're dominating, no point me going in there. I better just try and stay forward and get the job done down forward. But I like a little bit more midfield just to get my hands on the ball a bit more and have a bit more of an impact. But also like kicking goals, so it's a hard 100%. One.
Do you ever have so can you sort of go in and just make your own calls, or is there set rotations? Like, are you able to just be like, I really need a touch here, I'm just going to go in?
Yeah, I think I'm more of like a centre bounce player or like a stoppage player. I'm not the run all day like Took or anything like that. So I sort of just try and get as many stoppages and centre bounces as I can. But then, that sort of helps with a bit of confidence and a bit of flair for the for our midfield and stuff like that. But then, going forward and trying to get on the scoreboard.
Have you ever been told to fuck off? Have you been going, Rowley, I'm going in? He's like, piss off, I'm staying in here.
Not really. The boys are actually really good. Early days, it's like it's a bit like you got to earn your stripe to try and get in there. But no, they're really good. They have a lot of trust in me, so it's nice when I don't feel too stressed going up to them and saying, hey, like I've had a quiet 5 minutes. Is there any chance I could just go in here for a couple minutes and then swap back? And they're pretty happy with doing it. I think all the boys love kicking a goal now as well. So when they can get forward, they love it.
Do you have like a certain like thing against certain sides? Like obviously you said Marvel. Sometimes it's like you just feel like you don't play well, but at home and against a certain side, do you get a bit of confidence coming off that? So last time you versus the Giants, I know you guys lost, but you had the 23 touches. You're in the middle. I think you had 13 score involvements. You kicked 2 goals, 3. Is that something that gives you like I don't know a bit more mental confidence coming? It's like I've done it before. I'm comfortable at home. You just feel a little bit more up and about coming into the game.
Yeah, 100%. And I guess, as I said, I'm a bit of a confidence player. Like I have to have a bit of confidence and sort of early get a few touches. But I've learned this year, like the game's long. So it's like, if you don't have the greatest first quarter, it's not the end of end of the world. Like you still got 3 quarters to try and perform. And I'm an impact player. I'm not a high possessions player. So if I can get 15 to 20 and kick a couple goals, like that's my job. That's what I'm there to do, and hopefully just have more score involvements and stuff like that. And something that I try and pride myself on is like goal assists and scores and stuff like that. But then also trying to get the lick of the ice cream myself.
Well, I was gonna say, so you're on 21 goals for the year, and I checked you're on 21 goal assists as well. Like, I know I'm just going to touch on Jeremy Cameron. I know we're trying to count down to his 100th. We need to start counting down to your 30th. Let's see if we can get a 30-30 by the end of the year. That's pretty impressive. 30 direct goal assists and 30 goals. Like, I didn't realize you had the 21 goal assists as well. I know Geelong, when they used to talk about it, how unselfish they were. Is that something that your forward line tries to do as well? Like, it's legit. It doesn't matter who kicks them. Let's just try and put as many points on the board as possible.
Yeah, 100%. And like, we all celebrate the little things as a group. So it's like the passing it off if someone's in a better spot. Like they're the little things. So it's like it gets celebrated and it gets rewarded. So it's pretty much like kicking a goal. But yeah, that's something that I pride myself on. And Ben Ainsworth is the same. He has a lot of score involvements and a lot of score assists and stuff like that. So yeah, as a forward line, we're pretty selfless and like to pass them off. And yeah, as you said, it doesn't really matter who kicks them as long as we're piling on scores and winning.
So I wanted to know, so I've done my ladder predictor. So judging that if Geelong win the rest of the games and the Suns, you boys, win the rest of your games, they should finish 2nd and 3rd. I just want to know, in your opinion, should the Cats have the right to play a final down at GMHBA rather than the G just because it's a bigger crowd? Because in my mind, that's like you guys, if it's flipped, you're 2nd and they're 3rd, that you guys don't play at home because it holds 27,000 and they make you go down the road to the Gabba because it holds 40,000. Do you think they should be able to play it at home, or you think any big final in Melbourne should be at the MCG, seeming as the grand finals there?
No, I think everyone, I believe in home finals. So it's like, if you finish high enough, you've had a good enough year to have a home final. So yeah, if Geelong finish 2nd, they deserve to have the home final.
Yeah, I love that. It was good. Yeah, we went down there on Friday night and it was so cool. Like, we haven't been to the Suns Stadium yet. We've been in the Giants earlier in the year. And we've just been down Geelong. Like, it'd be so good just to be in a city and go for a side that has their own ground, because it legit just feels like a local footy club. And I'm sure you guys must get that vibe as well when you're there. Like, it's probably different when you come down the G, but how much better is it just having your own stadium and just, it almost feels like you're playing in your own backyard. Yeah,
genuinely. And I went for the Cats as well growing up. So I went to a GMHBA a fair few times watching, and yeah, it's a great stadium. So it's like, and they're Cats fans, when they fill it up, it's pretty much like there's 40,000, 50,000 there. So it's like, at our stadium, it's pretty much the same for us. Like, our home fans, yeah, they're great. And obviously it's not a big stadium and we can't fill it like the MCG or like the Gabba and et cetera and stuff like that. But once our stadium's full, and I'm pretty sure if we got a home final that the stadium would be full, and yeah, it would get going, that's for sure.
I've genuinely never seen anything like it. There's so many, like, Carlton, like, we would pray to have a top 4 finish. They've had, I think, 14 top 4 finishes since 2007. They'll beat the Bombers by 50 points, and the fans were almost like ripping into the players that they weren't winning by 100. Like, I've just never seen a club just been so successful. So I'm hoping the same for you guys, because you guys must feel that if you guys can make finals this year and win one, not only will it attract more players, but the belief coming into the next few years, like, the Gold Coast is going to be an absolute powerhouse. Like, when people actually have to come up and play you boys. I'm sure you guys feel the same.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we've got a lot of confidence in the group, and yeah, we want to be a sort of a destination club for players and stuff like that. And yeah, obviously success helps that. And so hopefully we can win a final, and yeah, everyone sort of gets around us and jumps on the Suns wagon, that's for sure.
So I'm going to ask you every week leading into the back end of the year, or like however many more we do. But at the moment, who's winning in Brownlow votes? Is it Rowell or Anderson? I'm going to ask you every week leading into the back end of the year. Who do you think's got more at the moment?
Rarely passes the ball to the umpire. Off the ground. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to say Noah, but I reckon it's going to be very, very close.
All right, so we'll touch in next week. At the moment, it's Noah. But then it could obviously, like, you think Rowell gets the 3 on the weekend.
Yeah, rarely gets 3 for sure.
There was a few times in front of us, like he had a fend off and like just smacking bodies. He's just a machine, isn't he?
He's a dog. He loves it. And that's what he thrives off. Like, people thrive off kicking goals or a big tackle. He just thrives off crashing into people. It's ridiculous, but he loves it. And you should have seen in the warm-up, he was outside doing his little thing, go bare feet, and that's on the Suns page, actually, but we're all in the change rooms foam rolling and stretching, and he come up on the TV. They were on him in the warm-up, and we're all inside, and he's outside doing his thing, and he eats the grass, as everyone sort of knows, and we're just all yelling out, eat it, eat it, eat it, and he's just like doing his little ritual, and he's picking up grass, and we're like, well, it was so funny. It was such a good warm-up thing for us because it made us have a laugh.
Does anyone actually talk to him about it? Like, when did it start? It's the most bizarre warm-up I've ever seen ever.
Yeah, don't know when it started, but yeah, I just remember asking him after it came out in the media. I was like, oh, like, what's the go? And he's like, oh, I don't know, just something new. And I was like, oh, like, how? And he's been trying different grasses. And I remember everyone, because we're going up to Darwin like 2 weeks after it, and everyone was like, oh, yeah, probably don't eat the Darwin ground because I think it's like sewage water that waters the ground. And I think he still went for it. It's different, but as long as it works for him, that's all that matters.
Mate, I need a list from him. Can you get a top 3 what his favourite cooches are? I want to know what are the 3 best grasses in the league. We have to know. We have to find that out.
I'll sort that out for next week.
All right, mate. Well, that's pretty much going to wrap up episode 2. We can't wait for this week against the Giants. We appreciate your time. You've got the breakfast game. You've got to get up extra early, get your bacon and eggs in, get your coffee in early before we head out there. Can't wait to watch her. Obviously, hoping that we can get on the scoreboard again. And can't wait to chat against next week, mate.
No, thank you very much for having me.
Beautiful. See you next week. Episode 2. Let's go.
StatMate makes AFL player stats easy. At the click of a button, you can discover insights like you've never seen before. Disposals and goals to fantasy points, how a player performs at a certain venue, or even when a teammate is out through injury, StatMate has you covered. Don't waste your time. Become an expert in just a few taps of a button. AFL player stats and insights thanks to your new best mate. Download StatMate for free today.